Now, everyone, from Perigold, Arkansas, let's welcome Savannah to the Maury Show. You see, when Savannah met this man, Chandler, she says it was a whirlwind romance, meaning it started fast and ended even faster. After dating only a few weeks, Savannah and Chandler had a huge argument. Feeling angry and dejected, Savannah went out and hooked up with an ex for one night of passion. And because of that, today Chandler denies Savannah's 7-week-old daughter, Liana. So, Savannah, how would you describe your feelings towards Chandler these days?
I'm disgusted with him. He doesn't act like a dad to neither one of his kids. I'm just disgusted in his actions. I can't with him no more. I just want him to be a dad to our daughter, and he's not.
You didn't think that when you first met him, did you? What did you think of him then?
I thought he was a great person when I first met him. He was super sweet. He was just the sweetest person, and then things just changed over a couple weeks.
How did it all end?
Red flags started popping up. I started seeing his toxic, manipulative ways. Like, I was so depressed when I was with him.
So,
I was so depressed with him.
Because you ran off the pills. That's why.
You told my producers you have 3 words to describe Chandler. What are those?
Disgusted, childish, and stupid.
Okay, so tell me about that final argument, which obviously ended in the final straw. What was it?
I had a friend texted me, and they was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "With my boyfriend." And I don't spell with, like, out the full word. I put a W, and I said, "With my boyfriend." And Chandler was looking over my shoulder and saw that I said that, but he got it in his little stupid head that I said, "What do you mean, boyfriend?" He didn't read it right.
Oh, I see.
And he went ballistic.
And so, therefore, you all kind of broke up, right?
Yes.
And then what did you do?
I ended up hitting up one of my exes, and I went and slept with him.
And the problem is, that particular mistake is one of the reasons why Chandler denies your child.
Yes.
Apparently, you found out you were pregnant shortly after that.
Yes, I did.
So why are you so sure that Chandler is the father?
I'm sure because me and Chandler was together that whole almost 2 months. I wasn't messing around with nobody until I got with that dude. And it was just one time that I was with my ex.
Okay.
I was with Chandler the rest of the time.
You know how many people go on this show and says it only takes one time?
Yeah, I know it does, but I believe it's Chandler's. I believe she is Chandler's.
Did you tell Chandler that he was your baby's father when you were pregnant?
Yes.
And
he even claimed he was.
And when did all this change?
It would change every couple weeks. He would say he's her father, that she is his daughter, that is his little princess and everything else. And then sometimes he'd be like, "No, that's not my baby," to other people.
So it changed when you had said something like, you was sending me pictures you was with other men and stuff. That's when it changed. I did claim her all the way up until that point. And then she started saying, I told her, "Don't do that." And she started keep sending me pictures with her with other dudes. So I was like, you know what, is this kid even mine? So I started questioning it. That's when.
What did you find out about Chandler that really shocked you when it came to him?
What shocked me was his real name ain't even Chandler. It's
not?
Gregory.
How'd you find that out? It's not even close to Chandler.
His first baby mama, she told me.
I told you, no, you had found my ID on my counter, and it said Gregory Shelton.
I didn't find your ID, Chandler. I never saw your ID. Every time I tried to look at your ID, you would snatch it out of my hand.
I told you what my birth name was. I told you Gregory Shelton.
No, you did not. No, you did not. No, you did not.
And then
you were
I told
a liar.
you my birth name is Chandler.
You were a liar.
You can cut me off.
You were a liar.
But I told you my birth name is Chandler.
You're a liar. Shut up.
Sorry.
You're a liar.
Okay, for sure.
Why didn't you let him come to the hospital the day your daughter was born?
We were in an argument the week before when I had put in my forms for my support person. We was arguing. And
I told you to
Chandler,
put me on there if we was arguing or not. I told you put me on there.
No, you told me to go ahead and put my mom because you was not going to be there. You said you can do it on your own. So what did I do?
Yeah.
I put my mom and my best friend on there.
Then why did you text me to come down there? And I told you, okay, I'm coming, but don't have me come in 2 hours if I can't come in and see my supposed daughter.
Chandler, you called me and said you was coming. Yes, you said you was coming.
You told me I can't come in.
What happened was you called me. I said, I don't know if you can get in or not because there's only 2 support people allowed. And then you cocked an attitude with me over the phone. You got mad.
Savannah, you think Liana looks like him?
Yes, I do. They look just alike. They have the same nose.
How you can even tell she only about 2 months old? She don't even have
Bro, y'all
features yet.
literally have the
That's how
same
baby
nose. You
came
can
in.
tell. Tell me they do not have the same nose. They both got a little pig nose.
Is there anything else or just the nose?
The nose, the face shape, the chin.
Chandler, how would you describe Savannah?
She's manipulative and toxic, and she always likes to argue and argue and argue. Like, you can't never have a positive day. It's always some negative stuff.
So why do you doubt this little girl?
Because she went and slept with somebody while we was together. We didn't break up. We had a fight, and she texted her uncle to come get her, and she left. That's what happened. And she didn't even tell me she cheated. Her best friend did. So how do I know she didn't sleep with a bunch of other dudes?
But she said that you were the one who was toxic, and you were the one who was manipulative, and you were the one who kind of ruined the relationship.
Ruined it. I had her at my house every day. She was at my apartment. I was giving her a place to stay, a place to get away from what she had going on in her whatever life she talking about. She's miserable and this and the third. Well, I got you all the way out of that, all the way out them parties and all the other stuff. Like, I was taking care of you, so I don't see how I'm toxic.
Why don't we clear up this name change, okay? Because apparently you had a name at birth and then you had another name. Tell me about it.
My name at birth is Chandler Blake Sharp. That's my dad and my mom's name, or their last name. That's what they gave me. I got taken away when they were little because they was in jail and whatnot. And then when I was in the foster care system and in and out of there, and when I was in there, they changed my name. They changed it to Gregory Thomas Shelton, and I just never had time to change it back. But I met my dad and my mom for the first time last year, and I just went by Chandler ever since.
So what's wrong with that explanation, Savannah?
There's nothing wrong with it.
You just think you should have known
Yeah,
about it.
like, I didn't know from the jump. I didn't find out until a week before I had my daughter. Like, I felt lied to. I felt betrayed. Like, I thought I knew this man, and I really didn't know anything about him.
What was it like during the pregnancy? Were you around or not?
I was around towards the end I went to appointments. I went to 3-4 appointments.
You went to one
I went to New
appointment.
Jersey.
One appointment.
I
You
went to New
one.
Jersey because
My
I didn't
best
have
friend and
nowhere
my
to
mother
stay.
went to all the
You
other
gonna let me
appointments.
explain, or you
You
gonna
only
keep
went
trying
to
to yell
one.
your point?
You went to one appointment.
Nobody's lying. I went to New Jersey to stay with my mom because I had nowhere to go. And then I was up there, so I couldn't be there for her, and I couldn't be there for the pregnancy. I had nowhere to go. I had to go up there. But I came back down and still went to appointments. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, I still went.
And when she gave birth, you wanted to go to the hospital, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I'm lying. I didn't go to no appointments, but I went to the hospital 2 hours away not to even see my supposed daughter. You're right.
You didn't want him there. Why wouldn't you want the father there, Savannah?
Chandler, I really want you just to stop denying her, like, for real, because she looks just like you.
And some
you
Maury.
claimed her
And
to
some
everybody.
Maury. And
You
some
claimed her
Maury.
to everybody else, but at the end of the day, you're still denying her. Quit
And
switching
some
up.
Maury.
Pick a
And some
story.
Maury. Why
Pick a story.
why didn't you want
Pick
the
a
father
story.
there?
Pick a story.
Why didn't you want the father there?
Is she yours? Is she not? Because when I first got pregnant, you was telling everybody that's not my baby. But then a couple weeks later, you're telling everybody, yeah, that's my daughter.
Irrelevant. Answer
Pick a
Maury.
story.
Why didn't you want the father there? Answer Maury.
I wanted him there, but the week before, we got in the argument about his name, all this. I did some petty stuff. Yes, I admit I did some petty stuff. I sent him a picture of me and my ex the picture was from 2 years ago. But I told Chandler, I was like, Chandler, I need to know if you're going to actually be there or not, because he has a tendency to not show up to things. So what did I do? He said, go ahead, put your mom and your best friend on there.
He
you
showed
can do
up
it
for
by yourself.
He showed up for the DNA test.
Not the first time. It took him a couple of days to do that.
I didn't have a ride to get there. My tire busted on my car. They had to give me a ride to go there.
Have you ever seen Leanna?
I haven't had the chance to.
Would you like to be the father or not?
I would like to be the father for my daughter because I know I could take care of her. Yes, I would like to be.
Okay, well, that's a good thought. That's good news.
Can I say something before we read the results?
Sure.
Okay, Chandler, if she is yours, you really better step up because you have already missed out almost 2 months of
But
her
I'm not
life.
going to talk to her. I'm going to be there for my daughter. I'm not going to associate with Savannah.
Okay,
so
I don't want to associate with you. I just want you to
we
be a
can't
father.
have these results.
That's it.
Here we go. In the case of 7-week-old Leanna, Chandler, you are the father.
I knew it. I told you. I told you.
Okay,
You put me through so much stuff, Chandler.
okay.
And I told you you was the dad.
So Savannah, allow him in Leanna's life. I know you all don't have to be in a relationship together, but you can have, you know darn well that every child needs two parents in their lives, okay?
Co-parent.
Exactly.
Co-parent. Like some grown folks.
You are not the father.